Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how much we love digging deep into the stuff that can really make a difference in our lives, right? But today we're tackling a motivational speech that's all about boosting well-being.
Yeah, this one's called 6 Simple Acts to Boost Your Well-Being. And you know, sometimes those simple things are the ones we overlook the most.
Exactly, we're always looking for that magic bullet. But what if the real secret is just those everyday choices that add up over time?
I think that's what this speech is getting at.
So let's jump right in. Act number 1 is all about practicing gratitude.
Okay, gratitude.
Now, I know it sounds kind of basic, but the speech really emphasizes the power of intentionally acknowledging the good things in your life.
Yeah, and there's actually some really interesting research to back that up. Like there's this study from UC Davis, I believe, where they had participants write gratitude letters for just 3 weeks.
Gratitude letters?
Yeah, just writing letters to people expressing gratitude. And they found that even months later, those participants reported significantly fewer symptoms of depression.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It is, right. It's like you're actually rewiring your brain to focus on the good stuff, on what you have, rather than what you're lacking.
I love that. Focusing on abundance instead of scarcity.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be these huge life-altering things. The speech even talks about savoring something as simple as a warm cup of coffee.
Exactly. Or a sunny day, or a kind word from a stranger. It's those little moments that we often take for granted.
So true. But how do we actually make this a habit? Do you think something like a gratitude journal could really make a difference?
Oh, absolutely. A gratitude journal can be a great tool. It's like taking a mental snapshot of all the good things in your day.
Like a little reminder of all the things you have to be thankful for.
Exactly. Even just jotting down a few things each evening can really help to reinforce those positive emotions. And it creates this reservoir of good vibes that you can tap into when you're feeling down.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm starting a gratitude journal tonight.
Awesome.
Now, Act 2 is get moving. And I have to confess, this one sometimes makes me groan a little.
I hear you. Not everyone's a fitness fanatic.
Right. But the speech emphasizes that we don't need to become marathon runners overnight. It's about finding ways to integrate movement into our lives in a way that feels good.
Yeah, it shouldn't feel like a chore. And the good news is that even small amounts of movement can have a huge impact on our well-being.
The science behind it is pretty fascinating, right?
It is. Exercise, even a brisk walk, releases endorphins, which are those natural mood boosters.
Oh, I've definitely felt that post-workout high.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And it's not just about mood either. Exercise can boost energy levels, improve sleep, and even reduce stress.
So what kind of movement do they recommend?
They give examples like dancing, stretching, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, really anything that gets you moving.
It's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. If you hate running, don't force yourself to run. Find something you actually enjoy.
Like maybe putting on some music and dancing around the living room.
Exactly. Or taking a yoga class, going for a hike, whatever brings you joy.
I love that. Movement as a source of joy.
It should be.
Okay, let's move on to Act 3, which is all about connecting with others.
Okay, connection.
And I think this one is especially important in our digital age, where it's so easy to feel isolated.
Oh, absolutely. Humans are social creatures. We need connection. And it's not just about feeling good, it's actually essential for our health and well-being.
Right, like there's tons of research that shows strong social ties can reduce stress, boost immunity, and even increase lifespan.
It's true. Those connections give us a sense of belonging, purpose, and support.
So how do we nurture those connections? The speech suggests reaching out to a friend, joining a club, or volunteering.
Those are all great ideas. And it's not about having a huge social circle either. It's about the quality of those connections.
Like having a few close friends you can really rely on.
Exactly. People you can laugh with, cry with, and just be yourself around. That's the kind of connection that really nourishes the soul.
Okay, Act 4 is mindfulness and meditation. And I'll be honest, I've tried those meditation apps, but sometimes my mind feels more like a monkey on a trampoline.
Oh, I totally get it. Meditation can be tough, especially at first. But it's worth sticking with it.
Is it really about emptying your mind completely?
Not necessarily. It's more about learning to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Well, that makes more sense.
And you don't need to spend hours meditating either. Even just a few minutes of focused breathing can make a big difference.
Are there any specific techniques you recommend?
There's one called box breathing that's super helpful. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4.
Box breathing, I like that.
Yeah, it's actually used by Navy SEALs to manage stress in high-pressure situations.
Well, if it works for them, it's got to be worth a try.
Right.
Okay, on to Act 5, which is nourishing your body.
Ah, yes, food.
It seems obvious, but the speech really emphasizes the connection between food and mood.
Yeah, what we eat doesn't just fuel our bodies, it also impacts our mental and emotional well-being.
It's like food for the soul, too.
Exactly. Did you know that most of your serotonin, the happy hormone, is actually produced in your gut?
No way, really?
It's true. So what you eat directly affects your mood.
Wow, I never thought about it like that.
It's pretty amazing, right? This speech encourages us to see cooking as a form of self-care, a way to nourish our bodies with intention.
So it's not just about grabbing whatever's convenient, it's about making conscious choices.
Exactly.
And finally, Act 6, setting boundaries. This one can be tough for a lot of people.
It can be, but it's so important. It's about recognizing that your time and energy are precious resources.
And we can't be everything to everyone.
Exactly. We need to learn to say no gracefully, set aside time for ourselves, and communicate our limits to others.
Otherwise, we end up feeling burnt out and resentful.
Right. And it's not selfish to set boundaries. It's actually an act of self-care. It's about protecting your well-being so you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life.
The speech suggests some practical strategies like scheduling me time in your calendar, just like you would any other important appointment.
Yeah, that's a great tip. And it doesn't have to be a huge chunk of time either. Even just 15 or 20 minutes to do something you enjoy can make a world of difference.
So there you have it, folks. 6 simple acts to boost your well-being. Gratitude, movement, connection, mindfulness, nourishment, and boundaries.
And the key takeaway, I think, is that it's a journey, not a destination. You don't have to be perfect at all of these things all the time.
Pick 1 or 2 that resonate with you and start incorporating them into your life.
Exactly. Small, consistent actions add up to big changes over time.
Well said. And as you go about your day-to-day, think about which act spoke to you the most. What small step can you take today to move towards greater well-being? Maybe it's writing a gratitude list, going for a walk, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Whatever it is, remember that you have the power to create a life that feels good on the inside and out.
Absolutely.
You've got this.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Bye.